Halloween was never really my thing. Not anymore. In college, I'd go all in, fake blood, props, photos that looked like I enjoyed pretending to be someone else. Somewhere along the line, the costumes stopped feeling playful and started feeling like lies. Masks became shortcuts to personalities. I couldn't manage without hiding behind something. This year, my friends decided I didn't get a vote. They said I'd been quiet too long, isolating, eating dinner, standing over my sink like I was training for a life without other humans. They told me showing up would do me good. I told them I didn't feel like it. They said that was the problem. So I went. I had nothing planned. Morning of the party, guilt tapped at me, and on my lunch break I drove to a thrift store by the old bowling alley, the one that always smells like damp books and lemon cleaner. Losing a fight with mold, I rifled through bent witch hats and children's lion suits until I saw it. Not on the rack set aside like someone wanted it found. A black suit, slim cut, jacket and pants perfectly matched, and a mask hanging from the hook, porcelain white, cracked like aged ceramic, trimmed in dull gold around the eyes. The inside was lined in velvet, heavy, real. A handwritten tag said, $10, one of a kind. Written twice, like someone needed to convince themselves. The old man at the counter barely looked at it. "That thing always comes back," he muttered. I laughed, thinking he meant people failed their costume plans. Paid cash, left with the bag feeling heavier than fabric should. I didn't mean to care about it. But that afternoon, I kept glancing over at the suit laid across my couch, the black so deep it absorbed light, the mask watching without eyes. Around 6, I shaved, showered, put it on. It fit like it had been tailored around me in silence. The mask settled onto my face like memory. Perfect eye alignment. No suffocating warmth, just presence. At the party, people stared, complimented me, asked if I was someone. One guy tapped the mask and said, "Feels alive." Back home, the suit resisted being removed for a moment, like fabric clinging. I hung it in my closet, set the mask on the shelf, shut the door, slept. Should have been the end. Next day, I smelled metal. Not strong, the ghost of pennies in a clenched palm. I aired the closet, washed my hands. The smell clung anyway. At night, my cat Poppy sat rigid, staring at the closet door. The air shifted, the subtle displacement you feel when someone enters a room quietly. I told myself to stop being dramatic. At 3 a.m., I woke to the closet, open an inch. I shut it. My hand smelled like metal and something burnt sweet, like a candle blown out too close to skin. 2 mornings later, the suit was laid neatly on my couch, mask resting on top like a face waiting. My door was still locked, windows latched. I told myself I sleepwalked. I locked the closet with a luggage padlock, zip-tied the handles, took a photo for proof, went to work. Came home to the zip tie on the floor, padlock hanging open, closet open 4 inches, mask on the inside knob, facing out. Fear doesn't slam in. It blooms, slow and sour. My throat tightened. My hands shook. I double-bagged the mask and threw it in the outdoor dumpster. Next morning, it was back in my bedroom, folded neatly in the bag, the mask on top like it had been delivered gently. I didn't scream, just sat down and felt my heartbeat in my teeth. I didn't sleep. At dawn, I took the suit and mask to the alley and burned them in the metal drum. The mask cracked, blackened, collapsed like bone turning to powder. I stirred the ash, made sure nothing remained, went back upstairs, feeling hollow but clean. Slept that afternoon, woke to silence and a sense of relief so fragile it felt borrowed. I bought a motion camera. That night, the feed cut out at 2:47 a.m. When it resumed, I was asleep, with hands folded like a body staged for viewing. Next morning, ash under my nails. I went back to the thrift store. The old man didn't seem surprised. "Then you're done with it," he said gently. I wasn't. I checked into a motel. Slept first night. Second night, soft fabric movement in the vent. A pale oval in the mirror that vanished when I blinked. I broke that mirror too. Checked out before dawn. Back home, I threw out every mirror but the medicine cabinet, taped my closet door, balanced a coin on top to catch movement. Salt line across the floor, not because I believed it, but because belief wasn't helping anymore. Camera cut out again. When the feed returned, I was in bed, folded hands, coin untouched. Next day, a box sat outside my door. No label, my name smudged in graphite. Inside, the mask, whole, clean, velvet lining soft as breath. A scrap of brown paper read, "You looked perfect in it." I didn't take it outside again. Something in me knew distance wasn't the point. Weeks have passed. I see glimpses, a shoulder line in store windows matching the suit, a hint of gold at the edge of someone's face on the train, the smell of metal when nothing is near me. Last night, I woke to whisper still fabric shifting in the corner. My hoodie shaped itself into posture. I threw it. It landed too heavily, like something inside stepped out at the same moment. My hands tremble writing this. There's ash in the crease of my thumb again. If you wore a costume this year, check your closet. I don't mean for monsters. I mean for pieces of yourself you loaned out without reading the terms. Costumes don't always come off cleanly. Sometimes they wait. Sometimes they remember the shape of you better than you do. And sometimes, when you look at a window at night and see a white oval where your reflection should be, you smile first. Not with your mouth, with the part of you that already knows it fits. Are you sure you put your costume away safely? If you made it to the end, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the story, tap like, leave a comment, and subscribe to The Quiet Void for more. And maybe share it with someone who thinks their closet is just a closet.